everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm here with my summer foundation routine. This was requested by one of my really close friends and I wanted to deliver, and I figured some people might want to see how I do my foundation on an everyday basis. I did start off with my brows and eyes already done, but all those products are listed down below, so don't forget to check those out and I'll see you in a second. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to start off by priming my face with my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. Just going to squirt a little pump. It is clear. Work this into my skin. I'm just looking right behind the camera into my mirror, so if that's annoying, I apologize. But it's also a lot better than looking straight into my viewfinder. So this primer, I've been using it for about, I don't know, say 3-ish weeks, and it's okay. It really does make my skin feel smooth. I don't really see it helping my longevity of my foundation, but it does help make my foundation go on a lot smoother. Then I'm going into my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm in the shade Porcelain. This is when Porcelain used to be the lightest shade, and I don't know if you can tell, but this foundation, for being what used to be the lightest shade, is quite dark, like super dark. But they've recently come out with a bunch of other shades that are less dark, which is much better. So this currently, because I wasn't about to go out and buy another one of these, like 6 months after they came out with the second one, or the second launch, I'm just going to use it up, and then when I'm done using it up, I will go buy the shade that I can use year-round instead of just, I don't know, a couple of months out of the year. But I do like this foundation for the fact that it does look nicer throughout the day. It is one of those foundations that as I put it on, I like it a little bit further down the line versus when I initially apply it, which is kind of the opposite for most foundations. Most foundations you like when you initially put it on versus when you just apply it, or you wait after you apply it. There we go. I'm just going for a light hand with this foundation. I don't want it to look too much. I kind of really like the fact that during the summer, when I get a little bit more tan, my freckles come out. I don't normally have freckles, but when I'm more tan, you can see them, and I really enjoy that. Then I'm going to go in, I say a lot, because I'm like transitioning, and I want to slow myself down. But I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me in shade 15. Now, what's interesting is shade 15 is lighter than shade 10. So this is fair. Shade 10 is light and it's way dark. So I didn't think that through. And I'm just going to start on the inner corner with the most product and kind of just sweep it under like this. Kind of even those out. I really like this concealer. A lot of people dupe it to the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one, they're not the same. This one is much lighter in consistency, which I think makes it look more natural. And I'm going to list all the brushes and stuff that I use, as well as like all the products that I used on like my eyes and my eyebrows and all that under in the description. Just because in my last video I felt like I spent 20 minutes talking about all the products that I used that you didn't get to see used. So if you're curious, you can look at those in the description. What I like about this brush is I can help spread it, and then I can tap it into the skin, and it helps. Usually I just use my fingers, but for some reason I'm feeling this brush today. But this is what I would do with my finger. I would just sweep it and then just tap it. on my eyes, I did use my new Natasha Denona Star Palette, and I'm obsessed. Like, so obsessed with it. I love it so much. Then I'm going in with my Besame Brightening Vanilla Rose Powder in Translucent, although it's not translucent, it's a light pink rose shade. So I'm going to take a little and tap it into the top. Then I'm just going to set my under eye concealer because I don't want it to crease or go anywhere. I also like that this powder gives me a brightening effect. So it really makes my under eyes look super bright and awake, which during the summer I don't really have to worry about because I tend to get a lot more sleep than normal. But during the school year, this powder makes my life so much better because I tend to not get as much sleep as I would like. And I'm sure all the teachers out there can attest to that. So that is just the complexion. I would go in and set it with this. I'm going to take a break real quick and get a drink of water because it is so hot in here. Okay, I'm back. I needed a drink of water to turn the air on because I was a sweaty mess. And if you know anything about me, you know that my biggest makeup struggle is keeping foundation on my upper lip because I tend to just sweat it all off. So now I'm going in with this Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. It's a translucent powder. It's okay. I do like it because it is actually translucent and it doesn't leave a white cast on my face. But I don't think that when I run out of it, I will get it again. Just saying. Now the reason that I set my entire face is because I'm an oily, slick mess. That's just how my skin is. I'm oily, I continue to hydrate it, which you should, even if you're dry, oily, normal, whoever you are, you need to add moisture to your face. That is like my number one pet peeve with people is like, they're like, I'm oily, so I don't moisturize my face. And it's like, oh, you need to moisturize your face. Everybody needs to put moisture on their face. Cleanse it, moisturize it. Maybe that'll be my next video. It's like skincare. Now I'm taking my Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. I used this in my last video. I'm kind of really loving this for summer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in the mirror behind you, but I'm just going to go along my forehead just to add a little bit of bronzer there. And I think in my head, I don't know if this actually is working, but in my head, it helps my freckles stand out. And I also have a Tyra Banks like 5 head in that I have quite a large forehead. So this just kind of helps to make my forehead look a little smaller. Then I'm going to connect that and go there. I'm going to make some very lovely faces. So feel free to screenshot them. You know, just how my life goes. And again, connecting and going down the cheeks. My number one pet peeve when people bronze is they don't blend it into their forehead, so you can definitely see where the bronzer is and like what your actual skin tone is. So girl, guy, dude, animal, I think that's gonna be my thing. Blend it into the hairline. Please blend it into the hairline. If you don't, it's gonna be super obvious that you have bronzer instead of it just looking super natural. Then I'm going to take some blush. I want to go with a nice light blush and kind of let the bronzer and the eyeshadow stand out for themselves. So I'm going in with my Nars Impassioned blush. You can totally see what's going on back there. There we go. I have another light because I realized that the last video was quite dark. And in my camera, it looked really light, like it looked like true to color, but it wasn't. So I almost dropped my blush all over the floor because I'm trying to do a million things at once. So I added another light. Hopefully this will help. I guess we'll see when I upload it what's going on there. But I love this blush. Now I know that this was a limited edition blush, and I'm sorry if you can't get it still, but it's so pretty. It doesn't look like much. Now it looks really bright. but it doesn't look like much in the pan. Like, it just looks like bleh. And that is a technical term in makeup, bleh. But when you put it on the cheeks, it's just like, ugh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. Then I'm going in with my Becca Light Chaser Highlight for face and eyes, and Champagne Dream Flashes Bellini. This is my holy grail highlighter. I love this highlighter. Now, for me being quite fair, this looks best when I have a little bit of a tan, but I'm just going to sweep this on the cheeks, and it has, when it hits the light, it just has this beautiful pink like reflex, and it's just so gorgeous. I am obsessed with this highlighter. I honestly kind of want to buy a backup because it is limited edition, so when it's gone, it's gone. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it so much. But yeah, so that is my face. That is my foundation routine, what I would normally do. Now the products will be interchangeable, but that is step by step what I do. I prime, I put foundation on, I do concealer, set the foundation, bronzer, blush, highlight. Now, I do usually contour, but during the summer, I've just been kind of doing that light kind of bronzing in the, on the forehead and around the cheeks, and not really going in with a straight up contour. Now, I can do a full updated contour video because that was my very first video forever ago, and it's so ratchet. It's still up. I believe you can like scroll all the way down to the videos and stuff and watch it, and it is quite interesting. But I know a lot of YouTubers like private a lot of those like old embarrassing videos, but me, that's just who I am. That's how I started out learning, and I want everybody to see my progress, and I don't get embarrassed. So yeah. But don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video, all of that will be down there, and I will see you next time. Bye! Thanks so much for watching.